Yeah. So in this lecture, so let's revise the concepts what we learned from our previous lectures. Okay. So the first question which you expect from anyone is what makes the Selenium unique from other automation tools? So the first reason what you can start is it's an open source, right? So Selenium is an open source and it's free for download. And next is it have the multiple browser support, multiple OS support. So unlike other tools, you have all kind of browsers and OS support with Selenium. Okay, this makes it unique from other tools, right? These 3 points. So you can give the answer. So next, so what is WebDriver architecture? Explain. So if you can see my the previous lecture about the WebDriver architecture, so there is no proxy server between application under test and our editor. So the code what we write directly interacts with the application with the browser's native language. So this keyword is important. So it talks to the browser in the browser native language. Unlike RC, the previous version, where it always triggers JavaScript events to automate the application, but in the case of WebDriver, it talks it in browser's own language. So in IE, it talks in a C#, the Firefox, it talks with Java. So that's how the architecture is designed without a proxy server. So for more details, if you are still not clear, go back to my previous section where I talked about WebDriver architecture. You can get there. So next, so what are different versions of Selenium? So Selenium 1.0 RC, which we say as remote control server, which is depreciated version it is. So latest version is Selenium 2.0 WebDriver. So you know the clearly why we migrated to latest version, right? Yeah. So what are different browsers does WebDriver support? IE, Chrome, Firefox, Safari. For Opera also there is a support, but still it is in beta version. You get a lot of issues. It's not as stable compared to IE, Firefox and Chrome. There are some kind of incompatibility still exist with Opera, but you can go ahead and tell these three browsers and Safari too in iOS. Yeah. Next, in how many languages we can write Selenium code? We can write in Java, C#, Perl, Python, Ruby. Okay, so document related to this you can download it from my previous lecture. So how many languages we totally write Selenium code? So from the last 3 lectures what we spoke, the only we get interview questions are what kind of browser support, what kind of languages it supports, why not the previous version, why the latest version. So that's all you can learn from this section. So if you are clear with these basic concepts, let's actually dip into the WebDriver from the next section. Okay, so make sure you get the answers to these questions in a conceptual way. Okay, so you should have a reason for every answer what you are being delivering. So make sure you have that. So the material for this you can download from my previous lecture. Okay, so let's move into our actual course WebDriver from the next section. Thank you.